Dark Horse has a story to tell. What's up, Dark Horse?
Oh, do I have a story to tell?
All right, Dark Horse, tell us your story.
Oh my gosh, Jay. I have a history, a little bit, a small history with uh, uh what the fuck?
Beach.
Yeah, her name. So I actually was on her panel for I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks, and she didn't believe my story of being a victim of uh
SA.
human trafficking. And
She didn't believe
no,
you.
she did not believe me. And so like
That's fucked up.
she had me
Wait. Hold on. Stop there for a second. Did she tell you she didn't believe you?
she in emails she asked me to prove to her because I have like obviously court documents and stuff. Like I've had my whole identity changed, and so like in explaining to her over the course of time my story of being a
I'm so sorry, but you shouldn't have to verify your traumatic experiences to anyone.
well, like
I
I
agree. You sent her court
I did
documents.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
I did. Well, and the thing is that
wait, she wanted proof? Like,
so I was new at the time to like this whole YouTube thing, and so like I didn't
oh my
understand.
God.
I felt like I did not know what she was going to do with the information. So like um so I sent her all of my court documents, which included my actual like birth name. Now, mind you, all of that has changed. I have a whole new identity, but in the process, she like treated me so. I had a lot of information. I was watching the Idaho 4 case. Like I don't do anything but leave. I don't even leave my house. Like I have like what do they call it, agoraphobia, because of the
Yeah,
way that
I
I was.
turned into having agoraphobia, so I
Yeah,
learned how to do that.
well, the way
And
that I
I'm a
was.
social butterfly, but I learned to be agoraphobic after traumatic experiences.
Well, it wasn't just that, but the way that I was drugged and taken. I mean, I was rescued from a basement, but so the way that I was drugged and taken like leaves me to not trust
My
anybody.
dad was like that. He was
Yeah,
locked in the basement with his four sisters, and he was
I
the
was there for a
oldest.
year. I was rescued by
It
yeah.
Okay,
sounded
so
like
what
you said.
happened with BJ?
So
Sorry,
what
What
go
happened
happened
ahead.
with
with
BJ
BJ?
was I
Sorry.
shared my story with
We
her.
will talk after.
I shared my story with her, and she was requiring information. Now you have to know also I gave her $400 for her internet bill.
Oh my God. No
God, no,
way.
I did. But at
Oh
the end
my
of the
God,
day,
girl. I am so sorry.
I learned. But the thing is like
Holy
I had to
shit.
prove to her. I sent her all of my court docs, right? And what's just astounding to me, like the story that she comes up with on her 21st birthday, and then her 22nd birthday, and then she's just like, I can't believe people don't understand me. And like just the stuff that she's saying, just like it horrifies me. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. But
No, there's a problem after a problem after a problem, and then there's another problem.
well, like with BJ now, like I'm listening to her even today. I'm listening to her, and I'm just like, you're and I feel bad saying this because like I've had so many people just like look at what I'm saying and just it's natural to question, but like I have documentation after documentation after documentation to prove what I'm saying. But like I had to prove to her what happened. But at the end of the day, the way she treated me at the end, like she just was so awful to me that I just completely cut her off. But I'm listening to her right before you come on because I'm just like, I'm curious as to what she's going to say about what happened yesterday with her two stories. Right. And so
Hmm.
with her two stories, I'm just like, this shit doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. And I don't know if it's because I'm actually a victim of SA. And, even though she says, well, I don't remember, I was drugged. I was literally taken by what's called devil's breath. They blow it in your face and you don't have memory for hours. And that's how I was taken. But how I remained for a year in a basement is a whole nother story. How I was rescued is a miraculous story. But it's like she's taking part of like my own story and like throwing it into hers. And I'm just like,
Mm.
oh wow, this is crazy. Because like she's saying she doesn't remember. And you know, uh
It's not her story. That's the thing.
no,
Everyone.
that's
So
what I'm
she's not
saying.
telling her own story.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
It's not her story. She's taking
No.
it. I don't know if she's taking it from me or if she's just taking it from something else, but like I don't believe it. And I,
Yeah.
I hate
We
I
are
hate to
Clue.
say
Get up
that.
here.
I hate to say that because I've had a lot of people say they don't believe my story because there's a lot of my 1 year there that I don't remember. And there's a reason for that. It's because of the drug that they kept me on. but like she doesn't have an excuse for that. But like I feel like she.
Well, first I want to say, Dark Horse, I want to say I'm sorry for what you went through.
Thank you.
And I think you're brave for sharing your story.
Yeah.
I'm okay
And
now.
I'm sorry that
I'm
that
okay
happened
now.
to
I
you.
want everybody to know I'm okay now. I'm okay now.
Yeah, but you're a survivor, and
Yeah,
that-
I'm not a victim. I'm a survivor. But
And that's why what she's doing right now is not okay.
no,
Yep.
it's
Because
disgusting.
even if that was her story, even if it was her story, the night before, she
I
told
heard
the
it.
exact same story and laughed. So Dark Horse, did she still gaslight you after you
Oh
sent
my gosh, Jay.
so what happened after you sent the
So
docs?
so I sent the docs to her. And unfortunately, I'm not like technologically like smart or anything because just the last couple of years have been like really hard for me. But so I didn't like redact anything. So she had my real name. She does not have my name now, but she had my actual name. And what happened was, she was giving false information about the Idaho 4 case, and I called her out on it. And as soon as I did, she like threw me off panel, would not let me come back on panel, and then blocked me in in everything. And so I got like all butthurt, I guess, about it because I was like, "Why are you acting like this?" Because you were like so like up my ass and kissing, like she was just so like sweet as pie and everything. And then all of a sudden she wasn't, and that kind of like I don't know struck me.
I think her
sort of
butt
way.
got hurt. She was just basically like saying the truth.
Well, she just like shut me out, which she does to a lot of
I
people,
get it.
Yeah.
and that kind
Were
of.
you a moderator or just
No,
you
I
just came
just
up
was
on
up on the
panel and
panel for
talked?
like maybe 4 or 5 times talking about the Idaho 4 case, but she like
And
shut
you
me
thought
out.
she liked you, and then she shut you out. I get it.
Yeah, like completely, and I felt sort of guilty because I'm like, I trusted you. I sent you like information that was so close
That
to
would
my.
make me really
Well,
uncomfortable.
yeah, close
Yeah.
to my heart. Like, I mean, I don't give anybody these
Don't
docs.
don't ever send anybody anything. You don't have to prove yourself. I would just suggest never do that.
Well, that was lesson learned. Lesson learned, Jay. Lesson
I
learned.
know, I understand. It just boggles my brain how she can. Yeah, I mean, people in chat
Well,
are saying
she's
she
so
love bombed
sweet.
you.
Yeah,
Like,
she's so sweet, and I mean, but lately you can see like she is showing her true colors in such a way that is so disturbing to so many people, which is why people are dropping out of her life. Like
did she come out and ask you for $400?
yeah, absolutely. In an email, she said she asked me for $400 for her.
Who does this? Why can't we just have channels and not ask for money?
Are you serious? Like,
No, I
that
have
is
the emails. I
wild.
can send them to you. She absolutely.
she just said like my internet's gonna get shut off.
Yes.
Or
Well, this was November of was it
Oh, I got to tell you
not
something about somebody
2024,
else.
but 2023, I think.
oh wow,
It wasn't
Oh
this
my
last year.
God.
It wasn't this last year. But yeah, no, I sent her $400 because and here's the thing, at that time,
yeah. If you don't mind sending me those emails, if you
I
still
don't
have
mind at
them.
all. I'm dumbfounded by like how she connects. One minute she's laughing about, a 21, encounter that she had. Then all of a sudden, she goes into this like weird, 2000 or her 22nd birthday where she's, I said, but she's taking on like different. I don't know. It bothered me in some sort, and she's touching on it again today. But like, I don't know. I feel some sort of way about how she's handling herself with this whole story. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. She, I feel like she's lying, to be honest with you.
Well, I guess she's talking about you now. So would you like to stay up
Oh,
here and we
sure.
can
Is she
review?
talking about me?
That's what someone just
Oh, I
said.
love
So I'd
this.
like to go through her live and
I
I'm
love
going to do a
this.
public
like,
service announcement for everyone.
yeah. What's the
that wants
PCA?
to-
What's the PSA?
For everyone that wants to come in here and attack victims and victim shame or troll, I just let you know. I'm watching.
Well, she did have a lot to say about my name, Dark Horse. She told me that I was evil, but
Oh my god,
no, she did.
We
And
won't be tolerating it.
well, the thing is,
she told you that the name was evil.
well, yeah, but you have to understand Dark Horse Justice. If you think about like Katy Perry coming at you like a dark horse,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
where my name comes from.
it's I don't.
And that
she is
and that
wild.
comes from me going to court and fighting my own case. Because like the guy that did this to me, even though most of the people in my case ended up dead or shot, I was still able to fight my case. So that's where my name comes from, not from some sort of dark, place coming at you like a dark horse. just for me was, I mean, I would play the song while I was going to court and fighting for my own justice. You know, that's where that comes from. I'd love
Kathy, for this makes me uncomfortable because what if those are two different stories? Well, Kathy, if they are, like I said, if it's two different stories, why is she laughing about the same story? That's what doesn't make sense. She's laughing about the same situation. And one night it's funny, the next night it's traumatic.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird. That's not normal behavior.
You'll never see me laughing about my experience ever.